Hello and welcome to the Harvest of Hope. My name is Vaughn.
And I'm Brenna.
And we are your co-hosts for tonight's program. Whether you are joining us from the drive-in or from the comfort of your home, we are so glad you came out here this evening.
If you're at home, let us know you are here by introducing yourself in the chat box. We love seeing our hand-in-hand community come together for this special event. Our official program will begin in about 10 minutes, but we wanted to jump on here and let you know that our online auction is almost over. Now is the time to bid if you haven't already done so. The most important thing to know tonight is this website you see on the screen, handinhandkids.org/hope. That's where you will go to place your bids on auction items, make donations in support of the families and children in crisis in our community, and you can also see how close we are to reaching our fundraising goal.
There are so many cool donations for you to bid on the auction. These are just a few of our favorites. Check out item number 3, for a getaway to Lake Chelan. The winner will enjoy a 3-night stay at a private residence that sleeps 6 guests. This 3-bedroom home has stunning views of the lake. Dine on the outdoor deck or head to My Buddy's Place with a $100 gift card. Looking to change up your look or add to your collection of skin art? Bid on a tattoo package with master tattoo artist Kristen Day at Moonlight Tattoo. We also have an amazing luxury Seattle sports staycation with our ultimate Seahawks experience. You and a friend will enjoy an overnight stay at the Fairmont Olympic Hotel, $200 gift card to spend at the Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, and 2 tickets to a Seahawks game. Go 12! You can choose from 5 different game dates between September and November, and you'll be outfitted in Seahawks swag as well. You can also get out on the open road and explore the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest with a 3-day rental of a Caravan Outfitter camper van. Choose from any model available and sleep up to 4 guests. This rental is good to use for a whole year, so you have plenty of time to plan your destination. Or if you are looking to entertain at home, bid on the Wit Cellars wine package, which includes 12 different varieties of wine. Sample the diverse lineup of wines that captures the unique personality of the Washington-grown grapes.
Bidding ends tonight at 8 p.m. during our live program. Just go to handinhandkids.org/hope. And here's a tip: if you have your heart set on an auction item but don't want to miss a moment of the program, the website can place the bids for you. Just set the maximum amount you are willing to spend by entering a proxy bid as shown on the screen. If at any time you experience technical difficulties, our staff is here to help. Just reach out to auction@handinhandkids.org or 425-374-2461. Okay, everybody, we're going to wait just a bit longer for the sun to go down and the screen at Boxcar Park to be really clear before we start the program.
Please use these next few minutes to get settled, grab your snacks, and bid on your favorite auction items, and we'll be right back for our Harvest of Hope program. Good evening and welcome, everyone.
Let's get this party started.
Welcome to Harvest of Hope. Tonight we celebrate how together we can uplift the lives of our neighbors through the work of Hand in Hand. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Vaughn Nelson, and I've been a part of Hand in Hand community as a volunteer for 6 years, and I'm very excited to serve as your co-host for tonight's event. And many of you know my co-host, Brenda Ramos, Director of Program Management for Hand in Hand.
Hi, everyone. Tonight we're going to tell you all about the people that Hand in Hand exists to help. Children who are living outside the home, families in crisis, and our neighbors who have been impacted by job loss, lack of childcare, and the many new challenges created by the pandemic. All of us face challenging times, and often our neighbors don't have family or friends they can turn to for help.
If you knew that one of your neighbors was facing a crisis that they were unable to navigate on their own, you would want to help them, right? Well, that's exactly why we're here tonight. By raising money to support Hand in Hand's mission, you will be doing just that. And for those of you who have already supported Hand in Hand through their financial donations or by the gift of your time, tonight you are going to hear about how you have personally helped members of your community this past year. So first, how can you get involved and help right now, tonight? You can go to handinhandkids.org/hope. Again, that's handinhandkids.org/hope. From there, you can make a donation or bid in our auction. And there are just a few minutes left to bid, so this is your last chance to snag an auction item.
Thanks to our event sponsors who have underwritten the expenses of tonight's event, 100% of the donations you make during Harvest of Hope will go directly to serving the children and families in crisis in our community. 100%. Tonight's generous sponsors are Campbell Auto Group, Capstone Home Loans, the Milton Berger team from NFM Lending, Bible Baptist Church, Hempler's Meats, Seattle Children's North Clinic, Bigford Ford, and Security Solutions. Now to tell you more about how Hand in Hand has risen to meet the needs of our community this past year, here's Executive Director Alice Casson.
Hello and welcome. My name is Alice Casson, and I have the honor of serving as the Executive Director of Hand in Hand. I want to send a warm welcome to everyone joining us tonight, whether you are participating online or attending the Harvest of Hope Drive-In at Boxcar Park. We are so grateful that you are with us this evening to support children and families in our community. Hand in Hand is a nonprofit that has served Snohomish County for over a decade. We care for children and families in need in two important ways. First, we operate Hand in Hand Safe Place, an emergency shelter for children entering foster care. Often, when children are removed from their home, there's little time to prepare and find them a place to go. Hand in Hand Safe Place provides children with a safe, soft landing into foster care. During their stay with us, children receive new shoes and clothes, access to medical care, warm meals, personal hygiene items, and the opportunity to just be a kid in a space that has the many comforts of home. Hand in Hand Safe Place was the first shelter of its kind in Washington State, and we are so honored to provide this home away from home for children who need it. In addition, Hand in Hand has our outreach program, providing families with basic needs services such as emergency food, rent and utility assistance, diapers, wipes, and school supplies. Through our outreach program, we also provide family time visitation to children in foster care and their families, as well as STEAM-related activities and connection to elementary school students through our Mind Crafting Club. In partnership with you, our community partners, donors, and friends, our goal at Hand in Hand is to walk alongside our neighbors who have found themselves navigating a difficult time. We provide resources, hope, and opportunity to families who may have nowhere else to turn. With your support, we have impacted the lives of 1,700 children entering foster care and supported over 15,000 children and adults across Snohomish County with food, shelter, and basic needs items. By supporting tonight's event, you will ensure we can continue to lift up many more in our community. The work of caring for our community takes a lot of heart, persistence, and dedication. Always, and especially in times like this past year, when there have been so many in need of help. It is certainly not always easy to meet the needs of everyone who walks through our doors. We are often asked, what keeps us going? Why do we do what we do? For me, my why is because I believe that God calls us to love one another and do unto others as you would like done for yourself. I am filled up not by the tangible that Hand in Hand is able to provide to families, but by the relationships with people I've built over the years. We all have our why. The staff and volunteers at Hand in Hand are people who have made it their life's purpose to lend a helping hand. I count myself incredibly lucky to be able to lead these dedicated and compassionate people. So, let me conclude by introducing you to a few of these incredible people, our staff, to share the beautiful reasons why they do this work. Let's hear from them.
Hi, my name is Amber. At Hand in Hand, we truly believe that stories are what brings us together. Over the past several years, we've had the opportunity to hear from different families about how Hand in Hand has impacted them. This time around, I'm super excited to bring you into the office with us to really hear about the why from our staff. Why do they choose to come to work day in, day out?
My name is Lucretia, and I am part of the outreach team at Hand in Hand.
My name is Terry Lott Jr., and I am the operations manager at Hand in Hand.
My name is Portia Thompson, and I'm the outreach program manager.
And why do you choose to continue working?
For me, Hand in Hand feels like home.
What stood out to me was the family atmosphere here at Hand in Hand.
My favorite thing about Hand in Hand is it feels like home. I would continue to choose to work at Hand in Hand even if I wasn't getting paid, because I'm passionate about doing community with my community.
I'm assisting the same people that I grew up with, like in the community.
Hand in Hand makes a difference every single day. I see it every day in the community, whether it's with my son's school or me coaching football in the community. Hand in Hand's always there.
Hand in Hand does community really, really well. It's definitely deeply rooted to do with and not to people. Every person that has worked here in the past or works here now has a deep sense of commitment to community.
Working at Hand in Hand is truly a dream come true for me. Like, this is what I went to school for. This is what I've been wanting to do since I was a young girl, is help the community, serve people that have also helped me. Everyone here truly loves what they do, what they stand for, and I'm happy that I get to be part of this team, part of this community, part of this family.
Well, after spending 18 years in the business world, me being able to use those tools here at Hand in Hand to help the community and not just make profits is what I enjoy about my position at Hand in Hand.
What does an ROI look like at Hand in Hand?
How do I explain that one? Give me a second. Our return on investment is community success. It's seeing the families not go hungry. It's seeing the kids learn in our Minecrafting club. It's seeing the connection between our agency and other agencies, all working together for that common goal of a better community, a better Snohomish County.
So a lot of my earliest memories with Hand in Hand were actually before I even worked here. I've been living on or around Casino Road for the past 20 years. My earliest memories are probably 10 years ago. Hand in Hand really started becoming prominent on Casino Road, and what stood out to me about them then is that they were doing community. It wasn't an agency that was away from Casino Road. It was people who were on Casino Road and invested in Casino Road and wanted to hear what the community needed and not just what Hand in Hand thought was good for the community.
It's a beautiful thing. Like, I don't want to cry, but being able to help somebody in a time of need is truly a blessing. And I know it takes a strong individual or a brave individual to ask for help, and it's not easy. So we usually just thank them for being so brave and just let them know that this isn't the last time, we're here to help. We're not going anywhere.
Like, I wish that the old company that I ran was involved with Hand in Hand, because I would feel more comfortable giving to an agency where I know they're gonna be good stewards of the money. They're gonna make sure that it's going back out to the community, and not just to one section of the community, but to all. The key is to all. Take care of each and every one, whether you're black, blue, gray, white, yellow. It does not matter here. We're here for everyone, and that's the key.
Really, my why starts 7.5 years ago when I was first introduced to Hand in Hand. And that why was this beautiful moment of, growing up in foster care. Now I'm graduating from high school. And for the first time, someone from Hand in Hand made me realize that, my previous wounds and scars from living in foster care were actually beautiful, and I could actually use my strengths that I learned within the system to actually make someone's life better. I had never met someone who had exited foster care until I was an adult, and really my why is for anyone who comes to Hand in Hand, especially through Safe Place or through our outreach, if they've been involved with the child welfare system or foster care at all, I want them to be able to know that they are beautiful, that they're absolutely loved, and that they can put their mind to whatever they choose to do. So now you got to hear a little bit about us, a little bit about our background, a little bit why we choose to work for Hand in Hand and really be so invested in our community. And I would really love to know, and I think as well as everybody else, what's your why? Why do you choose to be a donor, or why do you choose to volunteer with Hand in Hand? Please, you can always tell us on social media. We would love to know. You can send us a Facebook message or an Instagram message, or really, as you're sitting and you're watching this, maybe just look over to your neighbor and talk about your why, because I think that that's really where community starts, and that's really how we're going to make a difference.
Vaughn and I personally know many of the staff and volunteers that are behind the scenes at Hand in Hand, and we can tell you that their daily commitment to the community is just as passionate as you see in the video. Their dedication makes us even more excited to be a part of Hand in Hand's work, and we hope all of you feel the same. If you would like to share your own experience with Hand in Hand, your personal why for being here, tag Hand in Hand on social media and use the hashtag Harvest of Hope. We would love to share your own stories with our followers.
The online auction is just about to close, so thank you to everyone who bid and to those who donated items. Every year, we are blown away by your generosity. We hope that absolutely everyone joining tonight will also make a donation to support Hand in Hand's work. No amount is too large or too small. We have a goal of raising over $100,000 tonight. It's so easy to make a donation. Just visit handinhandkids.org/hope and click on donate.
There are so many people in need of Hand in Hand support, especially over the last challenging year and a half. Unfortunately, many of the people that come to Hand in Hand don't qualify for support from the state and local governments. One example of a family that wouldn't qualify for traditional assistance is the Young family. Tony and Gretchen Young are incredibly caring, giving people. Over the last years, they have taken in and cared for several children in addition to their own. They are not part of the formal foster care system, but choose to help family and friends who need a safe, nurturing place for their children to live. To tell you more about their unique family, please welcome Tony and Gretchen Young.
My name is Gretchen, and this is my husband, Tony. I'm a massage therapist at Cross Function Sports Massage.
I'm a paraeducator. I work with behavioral children. I'm a football coach at Mariner High School and a youth coach at Mariner.
Currently, we have 6 children. We have 3 birth children and 3 bonus kids. Our kids are 17, 15, 12, and all 3 boys are 10 and a half. With my niece, I've always been the auntie mom. My brother was a single dad for a long time, and there was just a lot of dynamics in that situation, but she chose to come live with us permanently a few summers ago. It's been great. It's been really positive and awesome, and I'm glad that she made that choice. And then our bonus kiddos, Javon and Larissa, there's a lot of layers to that, but basically Javon joined the football team a few years ago, and we got to know Javon and Larissa and their mom. They needed a place to be, and we were a place to be, and it just kind of worked out. And I mean, it was just all very much meant to be, and the universe kind of plucked them. We work really well with their mom. It's a really, good co-parenting situation, and we just try to keep everything really healthy for everyone and just kind of roll with it.
I have a really special bond with the 3 boys and Larissa. That's our little group. That's our bike gang. That's we do everything together.
The relationships we have with all the kids are very individual because they're all such individual kids. In the last 5 years, we've had 5 kids come through our doors that weren't ours, because before our 3 bonus kids now, we had Tony's niece and nephew that lived with us for a couple of years. And so our birth children, our 15-year-old and the boys, the twins, have always had other kids in the home. They've just always known, like, sometimes people need help or sometimes people need to live with you, I guess. I don't know. It just always seemed like a normal thing, just you help people. You help people. And there's no rule book in this. Like, there's been no playbook. We have really been winging it and just kind of all learning together. And we remind the kids, you know, we're not doing this perfect either. And we find ourselves apologizing, you know, if we're not doing stuff right. But I mean, we're learning too. I guess it's just a learning process for everybody.
Tony and Gretchen are a living example of why Hand in Hand exists, to ensure that everyone in our community has someone to turn to, even when the ones in need are the caregivers themselves. As I am sure you can imagine, the pandemic shutdowns were extremely difficult for their large family to navigate. In a little bit, the Youngs will be back to tell you about how Hand in Hand was able to help. Earlier, you heard the stories of the Hand in Hand staff who work toward this mission every day, but all of us have our why. Why do I support Hand in Hand? I've seen how they are active on Casino Road, hosting dinner for residents, and they make sure everyone can get help when they need it. And they provide a space where kids can be kids, from soccer and pizza nights to a shelter of a safe place. And I know Brenna has a special reason for being here as well.
That's true, Vaughn. I have been on staff at Hand in Hand for 4.5 years, and I can't imagine doing anything different. We are different from many other services because we come alongside the families, helping them to achieve what they see as success for them. We do with them, not for them. And it's so rewarding to be a part of their journeys.
There are hundreds of families that have turned to Hand in Hand when facing a crisis. And that's exactly why we are here tonight, to lift up our neighbors and form bonds within our community. Just a little bit ago, we introduced you to Tony and Gretchen Young. You may recall that Tony is a paraeducator in the Mukilteo School District, in addition to his duties coaching football, and Gretchen is a massage therapist. When the pandemic forced closure of schools, sports, and so many businesses, they both found themselves without work. And Tony found himself leading school for their 6 children as they transitioned to virtual learning. It was an extremely difficult time, and like so many people, they found themselves needing extra help to get by. Hand in Hand was there to walk alongside their family during this crisis. Let's hear from Tony and Gretchen about that experience.
I got introduced to Terry Lott, luckily through football, with his son playing on my team. And he's part of the coaching staff now, and he knew our story. You know, he's been knocking on the door randomly and bringing us stuff and having me in tears, and Hand in Hand and Terry have been extremely helpful and been a blessing to our family. Terry comes in and Hand in Hand comes in on the most crucial times, and it's not, you know, it's all right, we're down and no one really knows, and then Terry knocks on the door. Hey, here's some food. And it's, you know,
or it's like for like Christmas, they always come through with like really cool gift baskets with like movies and popcorn and like fun stuff for the kids, and or just information. Like Hand in Hand has been so amazing with information. So like I'll email Terry and ask, you know, hey, I'm looking for dentist resources for the kids. They're on state insurance. No one's taking them. Where should I send them? I would describe Hand in Hand as a blessing and a support system, because it's so much. Yeah, it's so much more than just like a voucher or a basket.
Yeah.
You make it really family oriented. And like Christmas, they do the Christmas cookies. There's a lot of community-ness.
I don't think I can go anywhere without someone being like, oh, Terry, Hand in Hand, and you know, it's huge.
If you do not have time to help out in the community, and the only thing that you can do is financially help or to donate to a program, Hand in Hand is such an amazing program to donate to and to help out to. And it helps out so much more than just surface value. You know, it helps out more than just groceries. It's so much deeper than that. And you're helping.
it can be really hard. This can be really hard. It's really amazing to be able to help kids that aren't yours because they're kids and they didn't ask for the chaos in their life. And I feel very blessed that we've been able to open up our home and make our family bigger. But you need help doing that. And so if you are able to help programs like Hand in Hand to make that transition easier for people, I ask you to do that, because there's so many kids that need you, and there's so many kids that need help, and we can only help a few, and I'm glad that we have, but there's so many more. And I wish we could help them all. I wish we could take them all into our home, and I wish we could love everybody. But if anybody's able to just help financially, you may be able to help those other families love kids and take kids in, that finances are the things that's stopping them, because that's a very real thing. But Hand in Hand's a beautiful blessing, and I just hope that they continue to be blessed. And anybody that's able to do so, I really hope that you can open up your heart and see the need for it.
The Young family has taken on an incredible burden in order to take in their extended family and friends when they have needed a home. We are here together tonight to make sure families like Tony and Gretchen's don't get left behind when they need support. With Hand in Hand, you'd never have to wonder if your donation will really make a difference. Every single dollar ensures that children and families have the resources they need to come through to the other side of a crisis. To raise your virtual paddle, just go to handinhandkids.org/hope and look for the word donate.
All gifts, no matter the size, make an enormous impact on the lives that Hand in Hand is able to change. If you're able to give a very generous gift of $10,000, you will allow Hand in Hand to prevent homelessness for 10 families through our rental assistance program. 10 different families would have their lives changed by your contribution. Throughout the pandemic, food continues to be one of the most critical needs. An emergency food box provides 1 week of food for a family of 4. With a gift of $5,000, 50 families experiencing hunger could benefit from emergency food.
And if you give a gift of $2,500, Hand in Hand can provide shelter and safety at Safe Place to 6 children who have been removed from their homes. A stay at Safe Place is so much more than just a place to sleep. Every child sees a doctor and is provided with clothes, shoes, and personal hygiene items. By supporting our Safe Place program, you will help alleviate some of the fear and uncertainty of a very scary time in a child's life and give children the dignity they deserve. Hand in Hand's Minecrafting Club provides STEAM education and age-appropriate leadership training for children in 3rd through 5th grade. With a gift of $1,000, you can underwrite this program for a month for 10 students. Your gift will provide students with programming and materials, field trips, and an educational experience.
And as many families are gearing up to go back to school, Hand in Hand would like to stand alongside them as they prep for the year. We provide supplies such as backpacks and pencils, shoes and clothes, but also books, internet, and electronic devices. A gift of $500 would provide the tools needed to ensure 10 students are ready for academic success. Another major expense faced by families of very young children is diapers and wipes. If you donate $250, Hand in Hand can provide a month of diapers and wipes for 4 babies. This gift also supports our amazing community of foster caregivers, as they often find themselves taking in a child that their home is not yet equipped to care for. Hand in Hand can provide the resources they need in those crucial first days with a new child.
And a gift of $100 would provide a family with basic personal hygiene products such as soap, toothpaste, and shampoo. As you can see, there are so many ways your donation can help our neighbors who need extra support. Every dollar raised tonight will go a long way in the lives that Hand in Hand serves. Thank you to everyone who has given so far. If you haven't given, please join us at handinhandkids.org/hope. And speaking of how your donations will help our community, let's hear one more time from the Youngs family about their personal experience with Hand in Hand.
You never know when you're going to have a situation where you have to, take in kids that aren't yours. Yep. You never know when you're going to have a situation where life completely gets turned upside down, you know. But to know that there's resources and to know that there's like people in the community that you can absolutely call, rely on, know that they're going to have an answer, know that they're going to have like some help for you is so comforting, because you feel like you're not like just with your head above water.
Yeah.
There are so many families that are in our situation or that are doing the things that we're doing that do fall through the cracks or don't meet certain standards for state help. And then you're just like, well, what do I do? You know, and so these programs are so important.
Yeah.
So important.
We want to thank Tony and Gretchen for sharing their experience with us tonight. Hand in Hand is so proud to be a part of your family's story. To everyone who has already made their donation, thank you so much for your support. We hope everyone will join us with a contribution in an amount that is meaningful to you. This work is so important to those in our community who need a helping hand.
And remember, if you work at a company that matches your donations, please make sure to double or triple your impact by submitting your matching forms. And a special shout out once again to our event sponsors. They made tonight's event possible by underwriting the many expenses that go into producing our broadcast and driving experience.
If you enjoyed tonight's program, please share the video with your friends, family, and colleagues who may love to join the Hand in Hand family. Anyone can contribute to this important work at handinhandkids.org/hope. And don't forget to share your why with us on social media. Tag Hand in Hand and use the hashtag Harvest of Hope to share why you are passionate about uplifting others in your community. And while you are all considering your why, we'll leave you with some messages from a few friends of Hand in Hand who shared what this work means to them.
Thank you to each and every one of you for being with us tonight. Thank you for your time, contributions, and most of all, thank you for loving and caring for your neighbors. Good night.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rainieri, and I am a proud member of the outreach team at Hand in Hand, an organization that I had heard about for a while. And the more I heard, the more I wanted to be a part of that team. They are really impacting the lives of families through outreach, a safe place, with food boxes and their clothing giveaway. And, you know, the saying, you know, in the trenches. And I feel like Hand in Hand is one of those organizations that are really in the trenches, working with families in the community, just really building up the communities where they are a part of.
Why Hand in Hand? My question is, why not? Hand in Hand is a great organization that works alongside with the community to help where something is missing. I have the privilege of working with the children's shelter, and those kids like sometimes come from really bad situations, but ultimately they just want a listening ear. They just want someone to be there to hang out with them and to cause a distraction, potentially to play and have fun. The kids that we have, they're not their circumstances. They're not what has happened to them. They're kids that are trying to grow up, and they just need a little bit of support and a little bit of help. And Hand in Hand, we do that with our children's shelter. We have our outreach program that reaches out to the community, and it's just a great organization. So again, why not?
I'm so blessed to be on the board of Hand in Hand. And what I love most about Hand in Hand is just the help that they bring to our community. It's very real and genuine. The compassion that it's motivated from is wonderful. And as they offer that help to the community, to me, what it does is it offers hope. Families, individuals are finding hope in the help that Hand in Hand is bringing. And as they provide all of that together, to me, probably the big thing that Hand in Hand does is it brings healing to our community. It brings people together from different backgrounds, from different ethnicities, different demographics, brings them together and really creates a sense of community. And I am blessed to partner with Hand in Hand.
From all of us at Outreach,
Thank you. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for joining us.